Hello Pisces, hello and welcome. Welcome to your general reading for the second week of April. Please bear in mind this is a general read, so whatever I'm going to pick up, it's kind of whatever energy is the most prominent for your star sign. So I have already shuffled the cards, so let's begin. This card is representing the overall energy of this week for you. Those three cards, they are adding additional narrative to this one. Those two, they're talking about finances, anything that is job related, basically material realm. Those two are talking about relationships and relations, and those relations, they might be also regarding the relationships we might have with our jobs and money. Right? This one, broadly speaking, is representing potential obstacles for this week. This one is representing potential opportunities for you for this week. This one is suggesting the best way of approach, and this is like this little surprise, additional commentary to this reading, but I'm going to leave it until the very end. Wow. You know what a beauty. Wow. What a beauty is this sun. So your overall arching energy for this week is the sun, and sun, such a beautiful energy. It's pure happiness and connection to your oneself, to your inner child, success, feeling of fulfillment, enjoying the little things, just beautiful, beautiful, stunning energy. In terms of your job, career, finances, I'm getting that whatever is happening now, it requires your focus and requires you kind of, I'm hearing slaving away. There's a lot that have to be done, and there seems to be like a deadline to it, or the expectations that are high. It almost feels like you have to just do one thing and after another, do thing one after another, one after another. And I don't know, is that something to do with you being evaluated or some kind of appraisal, or you've been assessed for some kind of new position? That's what I'm getting. That somebody is actually very, if that is organization or that is your own business, it's somebody is kind of very proud of what have you achieved so far, and others that are kind of starting looking your way, and you might be given as example of how things should be done. I'm not sure. And work seems to be like a chore. What I'm getting asked for help, if you feel like the help is required and you have way too many things on your plate, ask for it even though you think you can do it on your own. On the emotional side of things, well, it's not to do much with the emotions, but I'm going to say what I'm getting. What I'm getting is some kind of message is coming your way. It's like forewarning you about something, but you already know that in order to start something, you have to finish something else, and you have to make a decision. And you're still kind of debating. And the reason why you're not making this decision is you're afraid of what others are going to say. The opinion of others is stopping you. You feel... It's a very interesting thing, actually. Because opinions of others, like valuation, comes from the outer, not from the inner. What I'm getting, you shouldn't allow other people telling you what to do, or they can express their opinions, but they're only opinions. That's what I'm getting. So what we're having here, what I'm getting, that is something to do that there's a lack of clarity work-wise. You don't see when and how this period of kind of intense work, or it's something that you're working on and has to be done, has to be delivered, you have to be focused, and you kind of worried about it. You don't know when this is going to finish, and you kind of feel like there may be other people not pulling their weight or taking advantage, or you kind of you would need far much more direction, because I don't know, is that to do with your business, of with your career, of your finances? You don't see a longer term. Everything is kind of now. But I'm getting, what about the future? How where I'm going to, like, what's my direction, what's my aim? Additionally, what I'm getting here, I don't know what is happening to you, or what's happening with you. You have so much to offer, and yet you blending in the background. Somehow, even though you have so much and you achieved so many things, you don't feel fulfilled. And there's some kind of sadness over, there might be a yearning for a change. Maybe you're going to start feeling this need, this call for change, for the change to come. And the minute that you're going to welcome the change, and there will be maybe the smallest of things, they say doors will starting open up, things are starting moving, and the minute, it's almost, what I'm hearing, what I'm getting, is like, when you're going to smile, the world's going to smile back at you. That's what I'm getting. So in terms of the obstacles, I'm getting here something that I'm not sure, it's something that is like underlying current over here, and is to do with the way how you feel about, maybe that's why you feel so it isn't like you're feeling sad, but you feel like you haven't lost the hope. It isn't like you have given up, but you don't seem to have that drive anymore. Like you feel like you burnt out. On some level you feel like being burnt out, like deflated and depleted of something, energy. If you're invited by friends or family, or you're invited by someone, or you want to go and see some kind of exhibition, go to the cinema, go and do it, do it, do it, do it. I don't know, what I'm getting a feeling of being inadequate. It's very strange, because I usually would read those cards very much separately, but yet I see there seems to be like a connection over here, and there's a connection of something that has happened and is coming to the very end. You still finding difficult to kind of agree or deal with that kind of situation emotionally, and then what I'm saying as well, you are the suggested approach is open up. That's suggesting that you might be too defensive, or you might be looking for trouble and enemies somewhere that are not really there, and open up. It's like, don't let the fear to take the better of you, this sort of thing. So what the suggested approach is, because there is kind of additional card here. Start moving. If that is something that you would like to move away, and you don't feel like you have a direction, or you don't feel like, it's almost like all those emotions that you're having and you're not expressing them, that kind of making you kind of almost feeling like you're going to burst. So what they suggest, just let it all out. Let it all out. And yeah, I hope this reading has resonated with you, and thank you for tuning.